Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all okay. I haven't been uploading for the last week. It's just been so hot here in Wales, and Josh hasn't been coping with it very well, so I've been a little bit preoccupied with him, henceforth the no videos in a week, but I am back today with another video. So if you're new here, I am Rachel. I am a mum to a little 16-month-old boy called Joshua. And the sorts of things that you're going to find on this channel are vlogs, days in the life, reviews, parenting and baby related videos, sort of things like that. If that's the sort of thing you like to watch, then please stick around and hit subscribe for regular updates on my channel. I'd love for a few more of you to stick around, and if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. So as I said, it has been an absolutely scorching few days in Wales, so I am back with a video all about my summer essentials for a young child, baby slash toddler, because over the last week we have really had to adapt our lifestyle to just help Josh cope with this heat. I don't know about your children, but mine just really doesn't cope very well in this blazing heat. He just doesn't know what to do with himself, and it's been quite a difficult few days. So I have got a collection of different things here that have really helped us during this really hot weather, and I thought that I would share them with you because maybe it might help when somebody out. So I'm just going to get straight in and show you what I have got. So the first thing that I have got is these little like cotton rompers. I will sit back so you can see. These are actually from M&S. They are just basic stretchy cotton, really thin romper suits, and we have found in this boiling hot weather that if we are going out, he is most comfortable in one of these. They're not very tight fitting, so they're nice and loose and cotton and cool, and some of the cotton shorts that you can buy from the supermarkets and from shops, they're quite thick, and in this, when it is blazing heat, sometimes even that can be a bit hot. So we have found these rompers to be absolutely fantastic. A lot of people think that they're just for babies, but if he's comfortable, then I'm happy. And as I said, these are from M&S. They weren't that expensive, and he has just been so comfortable in them when we've been out and about. If we've just been at home, I've let him run around in just a nappy. But this is the coolest thing from not wearing anything, really. So that is the first thing that we have been absolutely loving in this heat, and one of the things that I would seriously recommend that you go and pick up if you haven't got some already, because they are just so handy when it's so hot and your child is just doesn't know what to do with themselves, and it's just the coolest thing next to wearing nothing. So I really like that. The second thing that we have found has been really helpful is lots and lots of fruit to eat. So it has been that hot that Josh has sort of couldn't even be bothered to drink, and obviously it's so important to stay hydrated in this weather, and so we have found that giving him lots of high water content fruit has been another way to just keep him hydrated and just refresh him a little bit. So Aldi actually, this is new in, and this is their mixed berry pack, and I thought this was a great idea because sometimes you'll buy blueberries and raspberries and strawberries, and half of them will go in the bin because they weren't used in time, but this is a smaller amount of all 3 types of berries, and these are Josh's favourite fruit, so we just absolutely love giving him like strawberries, raspberries. Another thing that he's been absolutely loving is watermelon. It's just got a really high water content. It's going to keep him really well hydrated, and it's going to refresh him as well. So we have been loving fruit. I think it's just a really good alternative way to keep them hydrated when they are sat in the blazing heat and they can't even be bothered to drink. So we have been absolutely loving that as well. The next thing, along the lines of staying hydrated, we have been absolutely loving this sugar-free, no artificial colours, no artificial flavours, made with real fruit, and this is just a cordial, like a double strength, basic cordial, and we have been putting a little drop of this in Josh's beaker with some water, and it has meant that he has drank so much better in this heat. I was very much of the principle that I wasn't going to let my child drink squash. It was just unnecessary and he can just have water, but to be honest, I would rather put a drop of that squash in his water and know that he's staying really well hydrated, and he's drinking twice as much, just because of the principle of I don't want him to drink squash. So it's more important that they stay hydrated than them having a little bit of squash in their drink. So we have been loving this. We use just any basic squash, to be honest. This is the orange and pineapple from Morrison's, and Sam absolutely loves it. So it's a winner-winner all round, really. The next thing that I would consider an absolute essential in this heat is a really, really high factor sun cream. This, I always use the Garnier Ombre Solaire. I know a lot of people have raved about the Aldi sun cream, but my skin is very, very funny with sun cream, and if I don't have the right brand on my skin, then I burn. And so I know that Garnier works for me, and I know that it works for Josh, and I know that it works for Sam, so I stick with it. It is slightly pricey, but I absolutely love it, so I just stick with it. This is the Factor 50. This is water resistant, hypoallergenic, no parabens, sand resistant, and it's developed specially for kids' delicate skin. It smells like apricot yogurt, which is just lovely. I'm actually coming to the end of this now because we have had such hot days, and I just absolutely smother Josh in this every morning, midday, evening, because it's just been so hot, and you just cannot be too careful when it comes to sun safety and young children. And so if you are looking for a really high factor, really, really good sun cream that stays on your children for a long time, I cannot recommend this enough. It's absolutely fantastic. It is about £8 in Tesco's, but at the moment, if you've got a B&M Bargains close to you, they're doing it for £5, so that's a really, really good offer, and I cannot say enough good things about this sun cream. It's just absolutely fantastic, and I love it. And we have had such hot days recently, and Josh hasn't burnt once, so I can't recommend it enough. The next thing that is on my list is a fan. Now, I don't know what we would have done the last few days if we hadn't have had a fan. We actually have two in our house. One is for downstairs and our bedroom when we go to bed at night, and then one permanently stays in Josh's bedroom. It just helps to keep the room cool, and you can stand them in front of it when they're really, really over hot, and it's just a brilliant way to cool things down. I don't know how we would have got Josh to sleep the last few days if we hadn't have had a fan in his room. He's just so much more comfortable when he's cool, and it's not nice to be sweating, and he's just find it really difficult to sleep. And if we put a fan on him, then he just sleeps so much better. Touch wood, recently we haven't been too bad with his sleeping, and I think that's massively due to the fact that we've kept him really, really cool at night, or as cool as we can at night. But if he didn't have the fan in his room, then I can almost guarantee he'd have been waking up every couple of hours really unsettled. So that is something that I really, really, really can't recommend enough. Our fans are actually oscillating as well. I know that some of them don't, but a lot of them do. I would get an oscillating one because it really does somebody here it really does help to keep the whole room just that little bit cooler, and you can pick them up really cheap from most places now. So I would really, really recommend that you go and get a fan if you haven't already got one. And the last thing that we have found is an essential during this hot weather is a paddling pool. Now, we only got a really, really basic paddling pool from, where was it? From our local garden centre, and I think it was about £4.36 or something ridiculous. But we just fill it a little bit with cold water from the hose pipe, and Josh just has an absolutely fantastic time splashing around, and it's a really great way. Speak. It's a really, really great way to just keep him cool in this heat, and to also have fun as well. I have also had a little dip in it, and so have my dogs, because it's just been so hot, and it's just a really fun way to keep them cool. So that is all our essentials during the summer months for a young child. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I promise that I will see you all again soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.